Do you see my screen?
Yes, sound is good.
Okay,
Great.
so let's start. Today I'm going to lead a discussion about ocean renewable energy. So firstly, I wanted to talk about a little fact, which is that sea energy has been exploited since ancient time. And for example, in France, we can find some remains of these technologies that were already used. But what about today? What are today the different marine renewable energies? So here you can see some images, and for example, we can start by this one. What's the name of this technology?
Wind turbine?
Yes, it's that. Okay, what about the second one?
Which one?
The second one, the image, the second
Wave,
image near
wave conversion energy.
Yes, right. Okay, for the third one.
It's a dam.
Sorry, I didn't heard.
Dam? No?
Can you repeat, please?
It's a tidal
Yes.
wave energy.
Yeah, right. Sorry, I didn't heard. Okay, for the fourth image. Does anyone has an idea? Geothermal. Yes, right. Okay. And for the next one. If no one knows that, I can give the answer. Okay, so it's osmotic energy. And then the last one is also wind energy, but it's outside of the water. Yes, it's floating. Okay. So you were right. The next question is, you have to try to explain how those different technologies operate. So for example, for the tidal energy, it uses the movement, it uses the energy of the water thanks to the movement due to the tides. So what about hydrokinetic energy, which is the same than wind energy, wave energy?
Is the energy made by the movement of water?
Yes, more specifically the currents, but you're right. Okay. What about the wave energy? The answer is on the title.
From the wave?
Yeah, you're strong. Okay, what about thermal energy?
From the difference of temperature from the deep sea and the surface.
Right, and then the last one, the osmotic energy. Do you have an idea?
From the difference of salt concentration.
Exactly. Okay. So the next question is easy. Here on the right, you can see images of some constructions, and you have to say which one has to be linked with which one. So on the discussion, someone already told the first answer, which is the first image, that is the tidal power plant, and you're right. What about the second image?
Water power.
Yes, right. And then the last one.
Wave power.
Okay, there are two main obstacles to the development of those technologies. Do you have an idea of what are those main obstacles?
Maybe to connect the energy to the power grid, like
That's
to
right.
transport the energy.
When the plants are constructed in the middle of the ocean, you have to carry the electricity from the ocean to the land. So that's the first main obstacle. And then for the second one,
The storage. The storage is costly.
yeah, the energy from the ocean are not the production is not continuous, so you have to storage this energy. So this is the second main obstacle to store this energy, and that's the main obstacle. The next question is which plant produces the most energy? What do you think?
Maybe the wave energy.
You're right. It's the wave energy that produces much more energy, terawatt per year, than the other ones. So now we're going to try to say the advantages and disadvantages of each technology. And for that, I've written some questions to help you to answer to find the advantages and disadvantages. So do you think that tidal energy is predictable or not?
Yes, it's predictable because it's periodical. Every 12 hours, it depends of the moon.
Yeah, right. So then is it an advantage or a disadvantage?
It's an advantage.
Right. What do you think about the production rate of tidal energy? Is it continuous? Is it intermittent?
So it's an intermittent.
Yeah. And then we just saw the performance of this plant. Is it performant or not that performant?
I think it was low.
Yeah, it was low. It was the lowest one. So it's a disadvantage. Okay, about the second technology, which uses the currents, do you think that it requires a lot of space or not that much? The building, does it takes a lot of space or not? If you don't know, the answer is that it doesn't. It's a really small structure in most of the cases, so it's an advantage because we can preserve the landscape. Do you remember if the production rate was good or not?
I think it was intermittent.
Yeah, right. And do you think it's easy or complicated to maintain those plants, knowing that they are underwater?
Oh, it's a difficult maintenance because it's underwater.
Right. And for those technologies, you have to have high currents. Knowing that information, what other disadvantage can you say?
So there is a limitation of the location of the construction.
Yes. Yes. Okay. For next technology, which is wave energy. Do you think it needs foundations or not?
No, it's just on the water.
Yeah, right. I can show you again the picture. So it's the third picture. So you don't need foundation. So that is an advantage. What about maintenance?
So since it's not underwater, it's over the water, it's easier than the hydrokinetic one.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And again, about the production rate, was it good or not? Is it a continuous production or intermittent?
It depends of the wave, so it's intermittent.
Yeah, right. Okay, now we are going to talk about thermal energy. By same question, what about the production rate?
So the temperature, the deep seawater doesn't really change, so it's always continuous.
Mm-hmm. And do you think it's an expensive construction?
Yeah, because you have to install a whole system.
Yeah.
And a lot of tube to go really deep.
Yes, very true. And what about the place of construction?
It can only be constructed in tropical area, so it's limited.
Okay, so now we have another disadvantage. And now we are going to talk about the last technology, which is osmotic energy. So to remind, this energy uses the difference in salinity between fresh water and seawater. What about the production rate again?
So it's continuous.
Is it predictable?
Yeah, mostly because it's only seawater. So,
what could be the disadvantages knowing the operation of osmotic energy?
maybe it's I never really heard of it before, so I think it's not a really performance system.
True, you're right. And there are two other disadvantages that I thought about. One is linked to the price. So if it's a disadvantages, that means the price is really high. And the other advantage is linked with the operation of osmotic energy, which uses fresh water and seawater. Do you have an idea of what could be this last disadvantage?
We need a lot of water.
A lot of fresh water. So again, you have to construct this near a place where there is a lot of fresh water. Okay, so all the answers are just here, all the advantages and disadvantages. And I finished my discussion. Thank you for hearing me and answering to my questions.
Very nice. Well prepared and nice discussions. All right, thank you for the lecture and discussion. Is there any question on any things or schedule? Oh, next Tuesday we will have a project presentation, second time, right? So at the classroom. If you don't have any more questions, then we can close the class today. Right? Bye now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sayonara.